Okay, so by now you've probably watched the first video, and unfortunately the camera timed out on me. I guess I'd reached my limit, my time limit. So I was really bummed because it was a story about my son. So I'm kind of glad it happened, because originally at the end of the message I wanted to say something and share something. I know I'm a dork, but I thought to myself, oh my gosh, when I watched the video, I was like, oh my gosh, I probably look like a dork, and you know what, I gotta redo it. And I said, no, I'm not gonna redo anything. I'm just gonna make it raw and organic and leave it as it is. I'm not even gonna like make it all nice and fancy and edit it in my Windows movie maker. I'm not even gonna do that. So it was actually kind of perfect that it stopped, the video stopped, because then it was just showing another reason to have fun in the moment. And no matter what happens in our life, things get thrown at us, and you know, shit happens, life happens, and things just get thrown at us, you know, with our children, whether we have kids or not, bills, sickness, death, you know, everything that we can think of can happen to us, whether positive or negative. And it's just about how we respond to it. And, you know, because the whole theme around this video is about having fun, I actually was okay with it. At first I was like, oh man, dang it, now I gotta do it all over again. I'm like, no I don't. I just have to record a second video, a sequel. So this is my sequel to my fun day recording. And you know, it's just, I realized that, okay, I have to stop from it, because then I got lost in my head and I'm like, oh my god, I'm thinking too much. Okay, so just want to breathe and just slow down. Yes, that's what we need to do. Sometimes we just have to slow down, and before we react to our children, to ourselves, to our spouses, to the world, you know, to the traffic, to anything, especially to ourselves, we need to slow down and find ways to center ourselves so that we don't become reactors, and we are able to step into becoming loving responders. And what happened when I got cut off in the first video, I was sharing about how my son, my 3.5-year-old son, Andric, he did this amazing thing. He really taught me something in that moment about being organic and just having fun. And I showed my friend Sazima the video, and she was like, you need to embrace that and video yourself on that, you know, just being your child. And I realized, I'm like, oh my gosh, that's it. You know, a lot of times we get caught up, like before in the video I was saying about our brain diarrhea. And when I saw my son up there playing his pink guitar, and he's just rocking out, and he's singing this awesome song, and I'm going to share with you guys that video because it's just way too awesome not to share. It's just too cute. And because it's the inspiration of these videos on having fun and just performing in a space of love and not having to perform with a script or choreography. So yeah, he was on stage and he was singing, and it didn't matter. It didn't matter if he didn't know how to play the guitar. It didn't matter if he didn't know how to sing on key. It didn't matter about anything. It was just that he was having pure fun. And that's where I think adults tend to get caught up in. They forget. You know, it's hard for them to remember as in membering their bodies back together into that childlike energy. Yeah, you know, with us parents these days, we get so caught up with work. We get so caught up with what other people think about ourselves. We get caught up with the to-do list. We get caught up in our own crap, our own stuff, our own like ego fear-based thinking that we just tend to forget to like slow down and smell the roses. I know how cliche that is, but really, it's true. There is a message in that. There is a truth in that. And when we're able to just slow down and really connect with ourselves, truly, truly connect with ourselves, whether it's meditating, whether it's yoga, whether it's going to get your nails done, whether it's, you know, spending time reading, writing poetry, anything that helps you to get centered within yourself and connect with yourself. It's important. It's important to not lose that and just get caught up on, oh, I gotta cook, I gotta clean, I gotta take the children to their practice, you know, I gotta be there for my husband, you know, or I have to be there for my wife, you know, I have to be there for my family members. That we tend to forget about being there for ourselves. And one of my messages in my second module is really about thinking about what ways to really focus on yourself. And it's about putting the oxygen mask on first. You know, the speech that flight attendants say to you, you know, before you put on your loved one, you got to put it on yourself first. And that's so important. That is just an analogy that really should be expressed throughout our whole lives, is to really love ourselves and speak from our truth and speak organically and express organically and get that guitar and get that voice and just sing from your heart and belly dance from your heart and whatever it is, you know, arts, acting, anything that you love and are passionate about doing. Fishing, you know, who knows? But something that you're passionate about doing, go out there and do it. And have fun. And if there's mess ups and if there's foul ups, being able to come from a place where you're neutralized and neutral and not get upset about it and get all caught up in the mistakes or caught up in your brain diarrhea. So that's my message that I wanted to end with, is just getting back to your childlike heart and love and energy. So important. So, so important. Thank you so much. Have a beautiful day. I'll see you next time. Bye.